Hello everyone, good afternoon from Bangladesh. Today, welcome again to all of you who are connected with us. Today, we are discussions about AFI Climate Actions Project. Here is my colleague Fitria is with me from Indonesia. She's also a youth activist, and at the same time, she is promoting climate actions goals in her country. And also we are working together from different countries youth, and we are connected different countries youth in one platform, and we are focusing on climate actions goals. That's why we are on this live sessions today. We are discussions about climate actions goals and how can we promote our AFI climate project in Asia
Yes.
Pacific region. So
Yeah.
now this is me. I'm Umar Farooq Joy from Cox's Bazar, Bangladesh. I'm the founder of Weekend Platform and also a member of API Climate Project. So here is some in this project we have different countries youth in with different countries youth, and they are connected with us FE climate project. So we are actually we try to engage different countries youth in this platform, and we are focusing on climate actions goals at this pandemic situations. We have seen that different issues, and hopefully we are working together at these issues. So welcome again, Fitria. So now I'd like to introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah. Thank you, Omar, for your time. So, hello everyone. My name is Fitria. You can call me 50. I'm from Indonesia and one of Epi Climate Team project. And I would like to say thank you for Weekend Bangladesh that collaborate with us to raise the awareness for the climate action issues and also the youth empowerment issue across Asia Pacific region. Thank you.
Thank you. I have seen that already so many people join with us on these live sessions. Thanks once again to all of you who are connected already in these live sessions. Hopefully, all of you stay with us and hearing our voices. And here, of course, Fitria also saying so many things because she's also a climate expert, and she's also know about these issues. So actually, at this pandemic situations in this weekend Facebook page platform and weekend platform, youth are doing many things like online and offline activities. So we try to responding well about COVID regarding COVID-19 issues. So today I would like to invite all of you who are connected at these live sessions. Please put your comments. Okay. Nazmul Huda Sakib, slowly to speaking. Thank you. Uh, Thanks for your feedback. Okay, Mimi also connected with us already from Myanmar. Hello, Bhoot. Thank you for hosting this. Thank you, Mimi. Fully will be there and hearing our voices. So now I'm going to the first questions, and also today we are today's discussions about FE Climate Action Project and how can we improve this project and how can we collaborate it, each others and working together regarding climate actions goals and these issues. So, and now I'd like to say that how can we, as youth, taking action to stop the climate change? Fitria, can you explain with us
Okay.
on thought?
Mm. Yeah, so basically, we are as the youth have the power, have the place, a big place. Since we are youth, is the biggest composition of the population in this world. We can make change, make anything that we want as long as we want to do it. And regarding the climate change, we are now, it's not a, it's a still common thing that happens nowadays that climate change is everywhere. Climate change is haunting us for now. And yeah, of course, how can youth itself taking part to stop the climate change? Of course, there are a lot of things that we can do actually to stop the climate change, and we need to understand from the Paris Agreement itself. We already agree that we want to stop the current trends that increasing our temperature, our Earth temperature itself, and we need to keep it below 1.5 degrees Celsius. And how can we how can we achieve this 1.5 or below 1.5 degree itself? There are a lot of things, of course. One of the thing that we need to understand, climate change is contributed by carbon footprints, and carbon footprints is something that human produce every day. Even by our breath, we are producing carbon dioxide, and when we eat and after eat, and then after that, and anything else that we use motorcycle, we use our phone, it take a carbon footprint. And of course, to us to make a big change, we need to start from ourselves. We need to start from the small change self, uh, which is we need to reduce the carbon footprint, start from ourselves. How can we maybe try to have a plant diet menu rather than a meat? If you think, yeah, maybe I can start to reduce to eat meat and more to eat vegetable and fruit because it's more healthy, it's okay. Or maybe you prefer to use bike rather than motorcycle to go to somewhere, or the simple thing, just like eating your food, finish it, don't left any food behind, don't waste your food. It's always very very small thing that we can do. And of course, after the small thing that we can do, start from ourselves, what we can do in in the moderate level. You can try to join many youth movement. Example, if you are in Bangladesh, you can join weekend, because I saw that weekend movement already big and have a, yeah, a huge number of participants, right, Umar? And I think this is a good platform for youth, especially to raise about the climate climate change issue itself. And yeah, by joining the movement, you come collectively, you come together to make a more big change like that. And of course, what the last thing that maybe, yeah, this is what we are as the environmental activists trying to persuade, trying to do that, to have intervention in the regulations, law, or strategy. Maybe if you are a local youth, maybe, or national youth, you can just try to be observer, to observing the president or the national or local government regulations that contribute to the carbon footprint that can affect the climate change. And yeah, in Indonesia, no, you maybe some of you already know what happens in Indonesia. There are riots happens because a bill that just ratified by our national government that can have potentially inviting investor to exploit more in environment, and it's not really good because, as we know, the Indonesia already agreed to contribute 26% to reducing the carbon footprint itself. But by this regulation, it will violate the pledge to reduce the carbon footprint. And what is it used for? Or we want to invest, we want to economic, but we by exploiting our environment. And here, as youth, as the environmentalists that focus on advocating and protesting, yeah, there are a lot of mass protesters come on the road to protest about the bill and or the law itself. We call it omnibus law. And yet there's still the problem that we in the grassroots community, in the downstream level, what we can do to imposing the upstream level, the government, as the highest position that we can do, because we are not only always mopping the floor, but we need to close the tap water that still make the water running, rather than to mopping. Why we not stop the tap water to stop running like that? So I think, yeah, those the three things that we can do as the youth. First, start from yourself. Second, you can join the movement, and the third, you can become observing or observer in your country for the regulation or the law that your national or local government made. And maybe I just wondering, how about in Bangladesh, Umar? How is the climate
Uh,
conditions in Bangladesh?
Actually, if I want to say about Bangladesh climate conditions at the right this time, because you know that the Sundarbans protect Bangladesh in many times from many disaster every year. But at this time, I have seen that there are various animals lives in crisis today because people are destroying these huge forest by cutting down trees. Indiscriminately, and there is a huge problem, and we need to take action, proper action. And also, in the addition, Dhaka, you know that Dhaka is the capital of Bangladesh. Today the second most polluted region in the world, Dhaka. So it's very sad for me, and it's very sad for us that who are working about climate action goals, because it's the major issues in Bangladesh, and Bangladesh government also try to recover this problem, and also already taken so many steps to recover this problem, and also try to solutions. You know that Cox's Bazar is the longest sea beach in the world, and it's located in Cox's Bazar. And I live in Cox's Bazar, so I have seen that, but due to a lack of sustainable embankment and adequate vegetations, this beach is getting submerged in treated water day by day. If the right plan is not implemented today, it will be destroyed soon. So we need to take an emergency step to protect Cox's Bazar sea beach, and also uh, today most part of the if I say today most of the part of the country are submerged due to the light of rain. So we need to focus these issues. I think it's enough for my side. Thank you. So
Yeah.
I have actually I go to the another questions, because as you are a climate expert, but you know that I'm not good at speaking English, but I try to talk with you and collaborate with you. That so
Yeah.
I'm going to
Of
another
course.
questions, that how you see human as carbon footprints contributors in your country.
Yeah. So, like I mentioned before, that we are human producing the carbon footprint. I mean, like the living kind of species that producing biggest carbon footprint, because not only by ourselves but by industries first, energy consumption, and what else? Yeah, many things. The carbon footprint itself, maybe if you guys that haven't know about the carbon footprint, we can call it carbon footprint. Why? Because we produce the carbon, whether it's contribute to greenhouse gases, which is methane, carbon dioxide. What else? You can find it in Google. There are four main greenhouse gases that contribute to the climate change, and we are as the human, we produce many activities, many many things that can produce the carbon footprint itself. And as I know, in Indonesia, because we are focusing to reduce 26% of carbon footprint, we the national government commit to reduce the carbon footprint start from the energy consumption itself. And that's why maybe you guys ever heard about the clean energy or renewable energy. That's what we are trying to achieve, not only in Indonesia but in Southeast Asia, in ASEAN region. And that's the first one. But we cannot deny that the second thing that I think it is important to for the government, for the national government, to take put attention more. It is about our deforestation. Why? Because if you guys know, Indonesia known as the lung of the world, that we have two islands in Indonesia that provide rainforest, the biggest rainforest population beside Brazilian. And yeah, because deforestation taking part to reducing now around our amount of forest. This can be our threat for Indonesian that will lose their title as the lung of the world. Because in my city, I live in Borneo Island. I live. Okay, speak slowly. Thank you. I will speak slowly. I live in Borneo Island. I live in near to the forest, which is we still have many forests here. We can admit that, but we also have many palm oil industry here. It is like 50-50. I think like it's the palm oil industry still keep growing. Meanwhile, our forest still uh, keep decreasing, and yeah, this can affect the world itself, since the deforestation itself can happen both naturally or by humans itself. Yeah, what we need to put attention that happened by human. It's a like accident, not accident. This is accidentally. You, we know like there will be some people like not responsible for that, and yeah, this is what we really care of, because our forests will contribute to reduce the carbon footprint. If we get deforestation, forest fire, of course it will contribute to the greenhouse gas to our atmosphere, and then our 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 earth will keep increasing for the temperature. And then what we can do, because the scientists predict like if we have yeah, we already set the point only 1.5 degree Celsius. We need to keep it until 2040, until this 2040 decade. But if we cannot if we cannot keep it below 1.5 degrees Celsius, or it will be 2 degrees Celsius, there will be a lot of there will be a lot of massacre happen. There will be a lot of disaster happen, because uh, only zero point 0.5 it will affect human world, and this happen, of course, by increasing the carbon footprint that can contribute to the global warming itself. So we let's start to reduce our carbon footprint by ourselves, and then we can start in collective movement to campaign to raise the awareness, and then we can try to impose the government to have at least consistency to keep our environment, to keep our forest, to provide mass transportation, appropriate mass transportation, so we can reduce the energy consumption, especially in the transportation sector. And yeah, any else for the regulations for anything. That's my
Okay,
point
I
of
want to
view.
add another questions for you. That how can we deal with the fact that many countries in the world are drowning due to raising sea level due to the climate change? Can you explain with us?
Yeah. So because this climate change not only make our how to say it, this because this climate change make our temperature warmer, then it will affect to our our ice in the north and the south part of the world melting, and it of course this will increasing the sea level. It will make the rising of sea level, that this can be threat for people that lives in islands, especially in Indonesia. We have a lot of islands, and yeah, the sea level rising can be threat, because it can have a drowning. It's which is the water come from the ocean, not from the river or any else, because they live in island, and this can make the island itself drowning. And in some islands in Indonesia already experience it, and this if we cannot keep the temperature below at least below 1.5 degrees Celsius, the ice will keep melting and melting. And of course, if we cannot do a collective movement to reduce it, or to keep it below 1.5 degree, of course in 2 degrees there will be a flood and drowning everywhere, because yeah, like I said before, so around two two-third around two-third in our world is water. It's mainly our our earth covered by water. It's a two-third. And how if how this water keep increasing, and we cannot live in the secure island, and we cannot live in the secure land, because after island, what else? Like the country that near to the, like, have a low low level low level ground, they will get drowning first, right? And this will be our threat, because yeah, our ice in the glacier, whether it's glacier in the Arctic or in the Antarctica, keep melting because this global warming. And yeah, because the Paris Agreement also, the Paris Agreement producing like the the commitment to keep it below 1.5 degrees. So now we are in this world, all of the country needs to commit in the national determined contribution, which is Indonesia contribute around 36%, but I don't know Bangladesh. If you have information, just tell me. So each country, whether it's developed or developing country, need to contribute to reduce the carbon footprint itself. And yeah, this is I think uh, this is a good movement for every country to prevent their country get drowning later, because this this earth that only us that living in here, but it's everywhere. It's not only belong to certain people, certain group of people, or it's only environmentalists. We need to defend all. We all need to defend it, because we live in the same earth and the same place, and we will face the same threat itself. That's from me.
I know actually you are sharing many things. So now I'm asking you that what's your work to contribute in climate actions? So can you explain with us?
Okay. So, what's my work to contribute in climate action? Actually, yeah, like I said before, I try to contribute to change. I try to contribute to work in a climate action itself. Start from myself by involving in a some movements in my city. I start my volunteering journey in environment organization in 2015, and yeah, I involved in Earth Hour Pontianak. If you know, Earth Hour is an organization under WWF, and I think it's spread around the world. And yeah, and yeah, you can try to join if you want to. They open for volunteer every year, and there's a great chance for you to learn from the basic, from the ground, from the zero, but the climate action itself and what you can do as the youth. And then I jumped into several youth movements in my city and deepening my understanding about the climate change issue and environment issue, especially in my city. That we have my city have a title that people call my city as a thousand rivers city. So yeah, because we have the longest river in Indonesia also. That's the main problem, and lack of awareness for the people to keep the environment, to not littering on the river. And how can we promote youth to have a green lifestyle? That's all I learned from my experience along of this time. And then I try to jump in out of my comfort zone. Like I met amazing youth in Asia Pacific that I think, oh, how can I spread more work? How can I expand the work? I'm not only empowering myself, not only empowering youth in my city, but how can I empowering youth? How can we as team empowering youth in Asia Pacific? Then I come with, okay, I asked Umar, I asked some youth from Myanmar, like, how do you want to join this movement? Like, we want to raise the awareness, we want to have an online project, and then that's IP Climate come. So I can say like this is not only single person that initiated, but it would be many people that can initiate it. And with this platform, I hope that I can engage more for youth to at least contribute themselves to um, share their idea, share their excitement, share their thoughts about the climate action itself. Not only, yeah, maybe they are confused. Where can I share my thought? Where can I share my willingness to save the environment. And this is, I can say like, okay, let's do it together as youth in Asia Pacific, not as an individual movement. So yeah, we can do a lot of things as long as we want. And I hope, yeah, by this project we can have positive impact for the environment and for the youth itself. And
Yeah.
yeah, for I think that's my work, and I'm just curious, maybe because Weekend is one of our key partners in IP Climate in our project, right, Umar? So maybe you can share a bit what we can do, we can your organization do during the COVID pandemic situation, especially in the climate action in Bangladesh.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for your nice questions. Can you hear me?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, okay. I know that you already have seen that we are doing many things at this COVID-19 pandemic situations, and we are responding well. And if I say simply that, how did we work in our weekend Facebook page? We also sharing our Facebook page platform, and we are doing many things like COVID-19 response. We are health awareness, raising messages, distributing leaflet messages, and also backyard meeting to the local peoples, and also online awareness video campaign, and also making some videos and also share it in our weekend Facebook page and people's and some youth are different places, they are connected in our weekend Facebook page platform, and also our at any movement directly. Actually, we also seen that we are also doing many things at these pandemic situations, like online based leadership training, climate. We are also focusing climate actions goals, and we are also we try to connect to different countries youth and climate experts who are talking about these issues, and also focusing climate actions goals, and we also learning many things from them, and also sharing they also sharing their thoughts about COVID-19 pandemic situations. How can we recover COVID-19 pandemic situations, and also what is the main challenge of the climate actions at these pandemic times? Because we have seen that lots of recently lots some disasters has some areas um, are destroying many ways. So actually, we are focusing on climate actions goals, and if we are from Indonesia, and Mimi also from Myanmar, and also FP Climate Project, we are taking initiative. Some youth from different countries. I hope that if you work together, we also learn and sharing many things, and we can exchange our knowledge regarding climate actions goals. I think that it's a best and good one platform for us to raise their voices for the youth and the climate expert who are working and promoting climate actions goals. I think
Yeah,
we can also in my platform I also try to support it you from my side, and we can also do many things we are conduct these pandemic situations. We can conduct many live sessions regarding climate actions goals, and also here we try to engage some important issues, like as you are from Indonesia, you can focus in your country's main problems and challenges in COVID-19 pandemic situations regarding climate actions goals. Like me from I'm from Bangladesh, so I also added some important key point, and also try to focus this challenge in COVID-19 situations, and how can we recover this problem, and we can collaborate with different countries, youth minister, and also foreign or also climate expert who are talking about these issues, like Greta Thunberg, this 16 years girls called the climate global climate strike. So all over the world, youth are responding well, and I also joining this movement from Bangladesh, Cox's Bazar district of Bangladesh. So I think that we can collaborate with each others, and we also sharing our knowledge, and also online we can use our online platform to raise our voices, and also making some videos raise awareness, and also we are doing many activities after COVID-19 pandemic situation. I think it's enough from my side. Thank you.
yeah.
So,
Maybe
okay,
let me ask. Um,
okay,
yeah, I am really really happy to have a weekend as the key partner in our project, right? And as we know, maybe yeah, IP Climate will not be like a physical program, but it will be more conduct in a online program. And I just wondering, like I shared about my country problem, which is in my city I'm facing every year. It's like annual in about the smoke because forest fire itself. And yeah, I just wondering how if someday IP Climate and Weekend itself can have a physical program that relating to your main problem in Bangladesh. Maybe I just wondering what is the main problem in Bangladesh, especially in your city, Cox's Bazar, isn't it? Like, what is it? Is it natural or human related disaster or flood or forest fire?
Uh, Actually, if I say in my Cox's Bazar district, here is two types of main problems. One types of uh, people are destroying trees for their livelihood. So we need to take proper actions for these issues, and we also sustainable as you know that the sustainable development goals are the same for the whole world. Since you are working in Indonesia and
Yeah.
I am working in Bangladesh. So I think that if I say in my city there is no there is so many problems many problems. If I say especially climate actions problem, we just need to proper actions for the people who are cutting trees and hill trees and also destroying their environment. We just need to protect them and take
Mm.
proper actions to control these problems. I think it's enough.
So basically, your work will be more in advocating or
Yeah, yeah.
um,
We can do advocacy program and also raise awareness to the host community. I think that
mm,
people's because people don't know that why they cut the trees and what is the impact after the cutting trees and also destroying these trees. So I think that we need to raise awareness to the local people because there are most of the peoples are villages peoples are illiterate. So we need to raise awareness to the peoples. If we can raise awareness, then it will be improved.
yeah, I just wondering if your government also supporting the grassroots communities to have the work itself, like I mentioned in my country, yeah, what we facing right now, it's a riots and many protesters come on the road to protest the new regulations that just released by this Monday, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, that will be our challenges for the environment activists to how to say this, to protecting the environment before the law come, the law ratified. We already facing the challenges, and when the law is ratified and released, we the problem getting bigger again, and this will be our challenges. But that's for the national scale. But for the local scale, in my city, the local government is really supporting for youth youth movement that wants to save the environment by the activities. Even I just involved in World Cleanup Day movement in Pontianak last month. And yeah, the local government through environment distribution really welcome for everyone that wants to save the environment, wants to coordinate more to get support by the local government. I think yeah, there is a two contrast situations for the government itself in the local and the national. I just wondering if Bangladesh have the same condition like us or kind of different.
So here is I have seen that one question from the comment box, Mimi.
No.
What are some ways we can be involved in climate actions during the pandemic, especially as there are local and international travel restrictions? So can you respond these questions, Pitya?
Okay. In my point of view, actually, Yeah, how can we involve in the climate actions? In the early of the pandemic, many international media reported that the quality of the air getting good, getting healthier, getting cleaner because less of human activities by whether it's industries, transportations, or any activities, even the uh, travel, right? The air flight itself, and yeah, in this pandemic, I think these two side we can see this as the two side of situations. The pandemic can contribute to positive way to our environment or negative way to our environment. Let me explain how this can have a two different effects. First one, like I said, the condition of the air itself getting cleaner, getting healthier because lack of human activities. That's true. That's reducing the carbon footprint. That's reducing the air pollutions. That's how the pandemic can affect to our activities since we are all now working from home, mostly from the work, from the school, learning. What else? Even meeting, we mostly do it in online right now. So we just spend our time in the home. But in the other side, let me see the negative thing. If I think this is a common problem in every world now, in every country that happens, for the medical waste that pollute our environment. We in the other in the other hand, we can see, okay, this pandemic make people like more stay in home and reducing the carbon footprints. And it's very good, make our air healthier. But in the other side, because we need to prevent the virus transmission, we need to prevent transmission in the maybe in our mailbox, in our shopping. So we use a plastic, we use hand sanitizer a lot, we use we use mask a lot. This end up in our trash. No, cannot be they cannot be recycled, right? It is medical waste. We cannot recycle it without, I mean, like we need to recycle it using medical tools also. So we cannot just recycle it by our own. So this pollute our environment. As we see, you can try to find, there are a lot of articles, there are report that say beside polluted by mass waste, our environment also polluted by single-use plastic, such as cups, such as plastic bag right now, because the increasing of number for people to reduce the transmission itself by using everything just single use. So that's two side that we need to understand, and another side, because we spend a lot of time in our home, of course the energy consumption also increasing, right? And I believe that, I don't know, in Bangladesh, do you guys still using fossil energy, or already like
No,
doing, no, right? Yeah,
as
I think this is same. Yeah, this is same like Indonesia. I like mostly in especially in a developing country that we still use the fossil fuel. We still use the fossil energy, which is this fossil energy come from coal and many processes, and this contribute to the biggest contributor for carbon footprint itself. That's the problem. And what we can do, what the climate action that we can do to reduce the carbon footprint itself, to reduce the climate change. Yeah, basically all of that we can do now. Start from ourselves. How, like I mentioned in the earlier, we can try to reduce our carbon footprint consumption first. Second, because we are mostly spending our time in home, let's just, yeah, turn off the light that we not use anymore, plug off the charger that you just used, and you just to try to save energy, um, as many as you can, like that. So we can use energy as wise as possible, because this will affect our energy use in a global scale. And yeah, of course, for me, in my point of view, of all of that we can do now, start from ourselves.
Okay,
Start.
so we are now end of the program. So I just added another questions for you that, and this is the last question for you. And why do you
Mhm.
think it's important to collaborate in climate actions?
Okay.
Do you understand?
Why? Mm-mm. Why it is important for us to collaborate more in climate actions? For me, because even though I said in the beginning, like, if we want to make a small change, we need to start from ourselves. A big change comes from a small change. A big um a big things come from small things, right? And yeah, of course, we need to collaborate. We need to have a collective movement to make the bigger impact, to make a big impact, to make a big influence. Because if we are just work alone, maybe if you just work alone, you just can influence 5 or 10 people around you. But if you do collectively, if you do with your team, maybe around 20 team, that you can calculate it 20 times 5, around 100 people that you can influence. The bigger circle that you can make, the bigger impact also you can do it like that. So for me, that's why it's very, very important for us to collaborate more. Because yeah, of course, why not? We're youth, have power, we have connections, we have this platform, we have weekend, we have epic climate, we have this Facebook, all of the social media we have. And how can we empower this? For me, I try to extend the word through IP climate. Because in IP climate, I can reach out people in Bangladesh, I can reach out people in Pacific region, I can reach out in Myanmar, I can reach out in Indonesia, many places that I can reach out, just because I collaborate with youth in many countries. And this is what IP Climate try to reach. Because uh, as the name Asia Pacific, we try to be more inclusive as we can. And we are trying to, yeah, spread the information as broad as we can do. And of course, by this project, I hope that we can IP Climate can provide youth a platform for discuss, to share information, to involve in a climate action through virtually. So yeah, just stand by in our social media. And also, I think, because I think after this IP Climate, and we can have a long collaboration. So we are going to have an open space that we call a green space for you to discuss, another series of live sessions, and then IP Ranger call for application for IP Ranger, and the last one for webinar. So yeah, that's what we can do in virtually, at least to raise the awareness and to involve youth in, at least in the climate action virtually. And yeah, maybe just for a question for you, Uma, do you think IP Climate
Uh,
and Weekend can have long-term
Yeah,
collaboration?
actually, we are also already connected Epic Climate Project. That's why we are on this live session. So I think that we can collaborate each others, and we also engage so many youth from different countries. And of course, me, I am. If I say, I also with all of you in this Epic Climate Project, and I also am one of member Epic Climate Project. That's why I'm showing interest to all of you that we are focusing on climate actions goals. I already said it so many times that as you are working climate actions goals, I'm working same goals, and also Mimi and others who are connected at the Asia Pacific climate projects. Main theme is climate actions goals, and how can we improve and how can we reduce the climate change issues. That's why we already connected each others. Hopefully, we are working together and very happy to be a part of this epic climate projects. Especially thanks to Pitria and Mimi also. Both of you guys are doing many things at this pandemic times, and also we are both of youth expert, and we are also knowing many things. I hope that I also and my youth are also knowing many things from your side, and also learn, and hopefully I also and I am so
Yeah,
good. I also good listener. That's why I asked you so many questions, and I replied
that's
just 2 or 3 questions. So,
yeah.
of course,
I just
I'm very much interested to connect with all of you.
I just wondering if I can have more connection through in South Asia, which is maybe from India or maybe from Pakistan or maybe from Bangladesh, that we can collaborate in IP climate, right, Umar? So we
Yeah.
can have collaborating more. Thank you. Maybe that's our social media. So you guys, if you are interesting to have any
Okay, you
collaboration
guys.
project. Mhm.
Okay, if you guys want to know the climate project, just click the www.facebook.com/ every climate project. Thank
Yes.
you, Mimi, for sharing this Facebook page. And I have seen that lots of comments like first Mimi Nazmul Huda Sakib from Bangladesh, Mongol Chakma from Bangladesh, Shamimi Anwar from Bangladesh, and also Mimi Henry, Asia Pacific Climate Project. And I have also seen that so many comments, and also some viewers who are connected with us from different countries. Thanks to all of you who are connected with us. We are under the program, so thanks once again, Fitria, for your cooperation and also for your time. And hopefully, we are working together in Asia Pacific Climate Project, and
Yeah.
hopefully, we also learn and we also collaborated with us. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Umar, and see you for everyone. Thank you. Have a nice day.